Welcome to Home Library Book Review, where we select a book right from the shelf and explain its learning through easy to understand text, graphics, examples, and animation, along with discussion with family members. Today, I'm joined with both my sons Arnav and Aryav.
Hello, I'm Ayav. And I'm Arnav. Today, we will be reviewing India the Journey. India the Journey, the travel guide, is presented in the format of a colorful mixture of travel information on India along with detailed maps of various important states and cities. With information such as sightseeings, hotels, restaurants, shopping, tourism departments, airline, travel agents, nightlife, and a lot more. India the Journey assures to be your perfect companion during your visit.
Alwar is also known as the Tiger Gate of Rajasthan. Alwar is the first major city that comes while traveling from Delhi to Rajasthan and is uniquely located at 150 kilometers south of Delhi and 150 kilometers north of Jaipur. Alwar is a hub of tourism with forts, lakes, nature reserves, and heritage havelis. Apart from being a popular tourist center, Alwar also draws pride from its reputation. Alwar is surrounded by Aravali Hills. Alwar is a pretty city of rich culture and heritage. The majestic fort, beautiful city palace, and the colorful markets make Alwar one of the most interesting cities in Rajasthan. Alwar has been one of the oldest of Rajasthani kingdom and one of the first Rajput states to align itself with the British Empire. Alwar was once an important Rajput state. As Mughal power crumbled, Rao Pratap Singh Ji of Macheri founded Alwar as his capital in 1771. Alwar is protected from the desert sands by the Aravali Range, tropically dry, deciduous forest common in these parts of the state cover most parts of Alwar. The trees look quite bare and lifeless from most part of the year, but come monsoon and they suddenly spring back to life and give the area much needed greenery. Alwar was once part of Matsya Desh and is believed to be one of the oldest kingdoms in the state. It was here in the city of Viratnagar, in the court of King Virata, that the mighty Pandavas, heroes of the great Indian epic Mahabharata, spent the last year of their 13 years exile. The Matsyas, as the inhabitants of this area, were called and supported the Pandavas against their battle with their cousins the Kauravas. There still exist several monuments around Alwar named after the Pandavas. The more influential Mauryan Empire overshadowed the Matsya kingdom like many others in that region, and with the passing years there were many more upheavals. Alwar being strategically important, the Mughals, the Kachwas of Amer, the Jats from neighboring Bharatpur, the British as well as the Marathas all tried to gain control of it. It wasn't until the 18th century that the rulers were able to maneuver their way out of the troubled times and establish an independent kingdom. In 1771, Alwar became the youngest princely state of Rajputana. Places to visit in Alwar. Bala Killa. This huge fort with its ramparts stretching 5 kilometers from north to south and 1.6 kilometers from east to west stands 304 meters above the city and 595 meters above the sea level. The fort is located on a 300-meter steep cliff and provides a breathtaking view of the city below. Predating the time of Pratap Singh, it's one of the few forts in Rajasthan built before the rise of the Mughals. A rather forsaken monument, its main claim to fame comes from the fact that Emperor Babur had spent a night at this fort and took away the hidden treasures to give to his son, Humayun. Akbar's son Jahangir had also stayed here for some time during his exile. The place where he stayed is called Salim Mahal. City Palace. Below the fort lies the remarkable City Palace. Its massive gates and tanks linked by a beautifully symmetrical chain of ghats and pavilions. Today, the courtyards and halls of the city palace have come a long way from those interesting times. The city palace is worth a visit. Quite a few of Alwar's legendary treasures are to be found in the museums which are located here. Rare manuscripts, paintings, subjects made from jade, ivory, and silver, and a large collection of weapons. Musi Maharani Chhatri. This is located just outside the palace, but very much a part of the sprawling palace complex is a huge tank lined by several temples on one side and an impressive cenotaph on the other, known as the Musi Maharani Chhatri. It was built in the memory of the royal mistress who committed sati here. Places around Alwar. Siliserh Lake. A little further away, 13 kilometers on the road to Jaipur, is Alwar's most popular picnic spot, Siliserh. Built as a summer retreat, it is a delightful little palace set in a picture postcard location, overlooking a tranquil lake and surrounded by hills. Siliserh is a perfect point for a quiet and peaceful holiday. It runs an aqueduct which supplies the city with water. The lake, a local picnic spot, has boats for hire. Hill Fort Kesroli. It is a 14th century fort located in Alwar district, Rajasthan, India. It is now a heritage hotel managed by Neemrana Hotels Group, known for its turrets, ramparts, and arched verandas, and today considered one of the best heritage hotels in India. It was built in the 14th century by the Yaduvanshi Rajputs, who are said to be descendants of Lord Krishna. They were then named Kanzadas after having converted to Islam in the middle of the 14th century. Through the century, the seven-turreted fort has changed hands many times. It has been conquered by the Mughals and the Jats, and it then finally came into the hands of the Rajputs in 1775, at the time the princely state of Alwar was founded. Sited atop the rare, dark, hornstone Barcia rocks, you live among the security of splendid 700-year-old walls, which rise steeply to 200 feet. You can enjoy the changing agrarian view of fields of mustard, millet, and wheat. Kesroli makes an ideal base to visit the neighboring palaces, museums, natural sites, and sanctuaries of Alwar. Vijay Mandir Palace. A splendid palace built by Maharaja Jai Singh in 1918 AD. There's a picturesque lake overlooking the palace that makes it a fascinating sight. A fabulous Sitaram temple in the palace attracts number of devotees, especially during Ramnavi. Prior permission is needed from the secretary to visit the palace.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. Also press on the bell notification button for more videos like these. Until next time, take care and bye.